Did you know that there are microplastics in the water we drink every day? According to the World Health Organization, these microplastics can come from sources like the plastic bottles you drink from. 3 students who recently joined the NXplorers competition developed by Shell and delivered by Science Centre Singapore came up with an idea that might help solve this problem.
We are C2H4 filter feeders from Nanyang Girls High. The competition we are taking part in is called NXplorers 2020, and we joined this competition because we hope to use our passion for science to be able to make a change for our environment. Our main concept of this project is to use our device, which we designed, called the microvortex, to be able to filter out the microplastics which are in the water.
Microplastics are very small pieces of plastic. Sometimes these plastics are broken down from larger pieces. These plastics are also carcinogens in a way. So they cause us cancer. It's best we just remove these plastics from what we drink and what we eat because they're actually abundant everywhere.
I think there was a research that was done. It was like how they actually found microplastics in breast milk, human breast milk. So I think that really tells us how microplastics can really affect our daily lives, especially since children are already starting to consume microplastics since young.
So we encountered the Science Friday website where we learned about the manta rays, and so we took our inspiration from that, and basically from that we incorporated the concepts into this funnel-shaped device, which is our microvortex. So there'll be ridges at the side, and we will use the centrifugal force to be able to filter out the microplastics that are in the water.
It will be incorporated with reverse osmosis. What it does to reduce the cost is actually it removes some of the solid particles first, so that the water that goes through the reverse osmosis, the membrane only needs to filter out soluble particles like salt and germs and viruses and stuff like that.
Firstly, it's COVID-19 season, so we are all on camera most of the time when we were working on the project. So the process was slowed down by this. And also we can't do any testing, and then the prototype making was also made individually.
Actually, Science Centre did organize a few workshops and learning journeys that we could go on so that we could expose ourselves to more knowledge. So then we were able to learn different methods to be able to think of ideas as well as see how feasible they were and if they would be able to be implemented into the current world.
She told us herself that she wasn't really a science person, but I think she contributed more on teaching us the soft skills. For example, how do we present better? Because we had to pitch.
She also taught us some tones that we can adopt in our presentation, because the most generic presentation is just standing at the front and just talking about your product like an advertisement like this. But then she told us that we can incorporate some like a bit of elements of a skit to make it more interesting. We're actually interacting with each other. It's like a conversation, more like a presentation.
Students should try to participate in more of these kind of competitions so that they can expose themselves to the current world instead of just staying in the classroom.
There are good opportunities for students to create something of their own. Just come up with an idea and just compile it out to create a final product. It's a skill sometimes. Depends on what job you want to take in the future, but yeah, it's a good skill to have.
The champions of NXplorers 2020 are Team C2H4 Filter Feeders from Nanyang Girls High School.